Good morning, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. We're going to use the Modern Witch Tarot for your reading here. I have to let you into a little secret. This is, I've already done this sort of part reading just a moment ago, and the first card I got out was the Seven of Cups, which was a card that came out in the What's Cracking reading, but from a totally different deck. I never cease to be amazed by how spirit works. I still have so much awe of how things work and how things happen. You know, like the Oracle card really corresponding to the reading, as it did in the What's Cracking reading. That blows me away sometimes, how it just repeats what I've been saying. But the other reading I was just doing was exactly the same energy as the What's Cracking reading. And today, and normally I do it, my computer skipped out on me and I was like, fine, I'm happy to start again. So we'll see what's happening, because it came all out again like the What's Cracking reading. All right, so we have the Six of Wands. So we've started with a different card. The Six of Wands is a card that talks about victory. It can talk about something like being noticed at work, being recognized for your talent. Sometimes it's sort of that recognition when you've got a bit of a thing for someone, a bit of a crush for someone, and then find out that they feel the same way. It's this energy of getting something input that makes you feel good about where you are in your life. So it's definitely a victory. Could be at work. Okay, so you may be dealing with a Scorpio here, but the Death card talks about some great change. It's something that cannot go forward as it is. It has to morph or change in order for it to be where it needs to be. So for example, you know, you could be in a situation, say this is work, and maybe somehow you're trying to get promoted or you're trying to get noticed at work and you've finally been noticed. So what they might be saying here is, in order to move forward, you may have to accept a promotion. You may have to accept that you're going to move into a different job or a different role. But somehow or another, something has to change with the Death card. I do like that we've got the Nine of Cups here though, because something is going in your favor. Something is changing here. That is really, this is beautiful energy really, because you're being recognized here. You've got a wish coming true, but in order to move in this direction, something has to change. Maybe you have to change some way you see things. It might be that that situation has to be tweaked to get to where it is. But the Nine of Cups tells me a wish is coming true. All right, so we have the Three of Cups with the Five of Wands and the Hanged Man. Okay, so there is a hiatus here. Now you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces here, or water. There is something here that has to change in a situation for you to be able to achieve what you want here and to move forward with something. Now the Judgment card is here as well, so, and the Strength. This is really interesting energy. It's like you have to find your own independence or yourself within a situation to really get the situation on track, or to get what you want out of a situation. I've almost got the energy here. It's like you have to accept something about yourself in order for a situation to be able to provide you with what you are after. So say, for example, you are working in a job where you don't really trust that you can go somewhere. Perhaps you don't trust that you can get promoted. But what they're saying here is it's something to do with you, the way you're doing or the way you're seeing or the way you're responding. That is more of the issue than the fact that you can't get the promotion. So if you have a limitation, or you feel that you are not capable of developing something or bringing something around to full circle, then it's like you're holding it back through how you're responding, not how your workplace is. So I guess it comes down to validation. You can't expect other people to always do what you want to do unless you are doing what you need to be doing. I'll get into it a bit further, but it's that sort of energy here where you need to sort of respect or understand your own power in a situation. All right, Five of Pentacles coming through. Now, for some of you, you may have been left out in the cold by someone. You may have been left in a situation here where you feel that somebody has left you behind, or somebody is not investing in you the way that you want them to invest in you. And you're feeling the energy here with the Five of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, there it is again. Page of Swords. I feel like you've almost created some sort of illusion around yourself. And maybe you feel that you're out in the cold, or that you are constantly leaving yourself out in the cold because somehow or another you don't feel you deserve something with the Seven of Cups. This is really, really interesting here, because the Page of Swords makes me feel you're looking here. It's like you're looking for something to go wrong rather than looking at all the good stuff. There's a negative aspect to this, a lack mentality. Okay, so I feel like I'm on track with that energy now. It's like when you're in a situation, say for example, you're up with several other people for a promotion, but you sort of, before you even start, look at everybody else and think, well, they're better than me, I'm not going to get this, because you have this illusion here that you can't obtain or win what you want. So there's a real energy here of you constantly looking for things that you're going to fail at rather than what you're going to achieve. Yeah, the Sun is here. I feel like the universe is about to surprise you with something here. Look, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles. This could be in regards to work for sure, because I have a lot of money cards here. So it's like it's got something to do with perhaps your stability or your financial stability. And somehow or another you are always expecting things to go wrong rather than seeing things as they truly are. The universe is about to show you something here, because you're coming into some sort of abundance. So maybe you're about to get some sort of achievement here that you weren't expecting. Let's just get a little bit deeper. Nine of Swords, there it is. See, Seven of Wands, Page of Pentacles. You're about to be gifted with something here from the universe. Actually, it's that both readings have been very, very interesting this morning. Very, very different, but obviously required in the collective at the moment. Maybe you're not really seeing yourself as, maybe you don't see yourself as a negative person. Maybe you don't, maybe you've learned that is humility or humbleness. We often get taught things when we're very young that we adapt to because we feel that's the way of doing things. So maybe you've got to a place where when things are coming around, you position yourself so you're not disappointed by the loss, by feeling like it can't be possible. So for example, if you're all up for a promotion, there's a job going, you immediately think everybody else is better than you, because then if you lose, you can say, well, I knew that, and that's where I was at. And it's almost like you're putting yourself out in the cold before you've even gone through the process here. And the illusion here tells me that you have this way of looking at things that you think may be about being humble or practical, when in reality it's quite negative. And I do remember the lovely Rick saying to me somewhere along the way, you know, how people sort of talk about being realistic when in fact they're actually talking about negativity, but they see it as realism. You know, you go out, you've got a big plan for the day, you've got this big outside event, and it looks like it's going to rain. So if you just predict that there's rain and pack everything up, just in case, you can see it as being realistic, when in reality is not always being realistic. It's about you looking at things from a negative viewpoint. And this is what's going on here. It's almost like you're putting yourself out in the cold because you can't understand how to look on the positive side with the Sun here. It's like you don't feel that you can manifest something that's right for you, or manifest a situation that's good for you, because you're always looking at it from what you see as the realistic viewpoint, but it's not. You're actually always looking at it from pessimistic viewpoint. Let's see if we can get in this a bit further. I think it's a really good reading. All right, so Six of Wands tells me some sort of victory is coming to you here. The change I feel is coming in your attitude or coming in your way of thinking. That is where this change must occur. There is a wish being granted to you here. I feel like there's some sort of celebration around some sort of mental conflict that you've been having for some time that you've learned to see from a different perspective, and it's opening you up to moving forward. There's a rebirth within you here, something to do with your shadow here, but you're standing your own ground in this card. So it's almost like you're starting to understand how your thought patterns are manifesting what you want. All right, now I'm sort of really getting into this now. So I feel like here, there are people here who are trying to manifest, but the way you're manifesting is, I really want to have something in my life. I want new love. Let's start with new love. I want to have new love in my life, and I'm trying to manifest new love. But every time I sort of start thinking about this, I think maybe I'm not ready. Maybe this person that I'm supposed to meet won't come in. Maybe new love is not for me. Maybe I'm just not ready for new love. Maybe I'm not deserving of new love. But I'm trying to manifest it. Because there is an illusion here that you have yourself in, that you think from a place of humility or humbleness rather than from where you need to be. And you may not see this as negative because it may be some sort of illusion that you have yourself trapped in, that you're doing things in the right way for yourself. Maybe you feel you're not lovable, but somehow or another it's deep within your psyche, and the universe is here saying to you that you need to pay attention to the way you think or the way you say things, because that is what you're manifesting. There is a lot of anxiety here and a lot of pushback. It's almost like you're standing there saying, no, this is the way it is, rather than this is the way I'm making it be. It's really interesting energy. All right, so you're coming from a place of lack when you do that. You're coming from a lack mentality. So when you say to the universe, I'm not worthy of that, I'm not deserving of that, maybe it's not for me, it won't happen to me, you're coming from a place of lack. And that is very difficult for you to manifest what you want here. So ask yourself, are you just being practical or realistic in your eyes? Or are you actually coming from a place of pessimism? Because I feel like somehow or another with this Page of Swords, you're doing a little bit of self-work here to understand what's going on. And there is an energy here of releasing a way of being to introduce a new way of being to yourself that's going to bring you a lot of abundance. There is something karmic about this energy here. So it's sort of some sort of karmic, it's almost like you've got a step to take here, or a step in the right direction that is right in line with your destiny. It's about you understanding here how to be positive, or how to be focused on what you want rather than what you don't have. We have the Devil energy. There it is right there with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. That just sums it up really well, actually. This is something here that you're bound to, some way of thinking, some way of doing things. And as I said, it might be that you think that this is being humble, rather than actually really understanding that it's negative or it's lacking. So you might be being humble because the way you were taught when you were a child is that you didn't deserve to have things. So somehow or another it's sitting in your psyche and it's become an illusion for you. So what is this illusion you're creating that's keeping you tied to a way of thinking that no longer serves you? Because the universe is saying here, you are the Queen of Wands. You are everything you need to be and more. There is a brand new start coming in for you here. But you need to be in this energy of accepting that you deserve this, of accepting who you are as a person, of understanding that everything about this particular situation is being brought to you because that is what you deserve. So this Devil energy here, maybe it's fear that keeps you trapped. Maybe you want something, but you fear you won't find it. So you already set yourself up for failure rather than failing. So you won't take a risk because you're always thinking that you don't deserve it anyway. So therefore that is your idea of where you're coming from. Maybe inadvertently you push things away from you. Maybe you do self-sabotage because you have this attitude that, you know, you don't deserve something, full stop. Okay, Queen of Cups coming through with the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. Oh, Two of Swords. Okay, and then everything is fine. So this is exactly what I was just talking about. It's almost like you... This is the self-sabotage thing. I don't know who I'm talking to out there. I guess I may be talking to a lot of people because it's coming up in the reading very, very strongly here. There is this energy of pulling the plug before it's done. There's an energy of walking away before it's completed, just in case. Just in case it falls over, just in case it goes wrong, just in case I have an ending here, I'll pull the plug now. That way I won't be hurt. But this energy here of what I'm seeing is some sort of idea that somehow or another things are not going to go in your direction. So rather than taking a risk, or rather than putting your pride on the line and going after something, you're calling it before it's completed. So this could be to do with a relationship here. It could be to do with a relationship. So it could be that you are in a situation, because we have very beautiful energy here, a lot of equality in this sort of energy. You could be earth sign here, and we could be dealing with a water sign. But this energy is well matched to you. I feel like that you love this person and there is stability here. But you may be worried here that if you invest in this, somehow or another you're going to lose it. So I feel like for some of you this could be a relationship. It also could be a friendship. Could also be a relationship with a family member. But it's almost like you're pulling the plug on it rather than giving it a go. I mean, if you give it a go and it doesn't work, that's going to show you that it's not going to work. But it doesn't need to set you up for life to believe nothing is ever going to work. And that's what I feel like the energy is here. It's almost like you've convinced yourself that it will fall over if you have a go at it. All right, let's pull an oracle card for that. It's funny because we don't always see like lack in that same way. But what we do, oh my goodness, I've got the same card. That's exactly the same as I got for the What's Cracking card reading. All right, let's pull another card from another deck here. Let's pull a fortune telling card today. So if you want to go back and listen to that card, it would be one on the end of the What's Cracking reading, and it is something to do with the same energy that's coming through in the bonus read. Now, here we go. We have the card of luck coming through. And what it says here is you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. So perhaps you've been seeing something in your life as being negative or that you weren't deserving of. And maybe somehow you're pushing it away from yourself because you don't feel that you can have what you've set out to get. It's almost like you are resigning yourself to what you think is practical thinking or reasonable thinking, but actually you're coming from a place of lack. And the thing is with the luck card, it's saying to you here that actually something beautiful is about to present itself to help you to change how you see things. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.